Hello, I welcome everyone to today's Gita tutorial, the basics of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, taken from Bhagavad Gita as it is, written by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So let's get started with the two lessons from chapter 1, No Time for God and How to Value Life. So let's start with the first article taken from Gita Daily, written by Chaitanya Charan. You can check more articles on Gita Daily website. Even a go-getter needs to know where to go and what to get. So if you see in this picture, everyone is very busy and they're going somewhere and they want to get something. So if you ask someone, what do you plan in your life? They say all this stuff. They want to get something. They are very busy in doing something. And if you ask, what about spirituality? And they would say, no, we simply don't have any time for that. But if you see properly, the Bhagavad Gita, which is spoken by Krishna to Arjuna, he is the greatest go-getter, he is the greatest archer. So even such a person, at the time where he is going to fight the war, even at that time he gave time for spirituality. Why? Because if you see, when the battle was going to start, he saw in front of him all his friends, relatives and all the family members. And he got shocked. What? Should I kill them? Is it really what is meant in the life to be done? And he got confused and he asked Krishna, what am I meant to do in life? Is it really correct to kill them? Which one to choose? He got confused. So similarly, we may be perfect in our material skills, busy with all our stuff. We need some knowledge which can guide us towards getting what is valuable, what is worthy to go and get. Of course, it is not that we should not work. No, we can work, but Gita guides us to know which is permanent. We being as a spiritual beings, we need to have permanent things to get satisfaction. All the temporary things that we are striving for, that will not satisfy us. You see, in our life, when we are in childhood, we are too young to think about God. Later on, we are too self-sufficient to think about God. And then we are too busy to think about God. And then too tired to think about God. Too late to think about God. There's no time for God, I'm very busy. So this is what happens in everyone's life. But if we understand that the things that we are striving for, they are temporary. The games that we have played in our childhood, it is boring now. The work that we have did gets bored. We become tired. That will not give us a satisfaction in life. So Gita guides us where to go and what to get. This wisdom which has enlightened the whole humanity, it is with its eternal, timeless knowledge. The same wisdom will guide us to get the permanent things. We being a spirit soul, we are permanent. So we need permanent things. We need eternal happiness. Happily ever after. We want that, not temporary happiness. That is the lesson. So we need to give some time to spirituality in our life. And then let's go with the second article. Are we devaluing our life? If you observe, if someone comes to you and says that you are so useless person, you don't have anything to do in life, then we get a lot of angry. Why is this man doing all this to me? But if we observe closely, we ourselves devalue our life. How? If you think, the most important resource that we need in our life is consciousness. Wherever you go, whatever you do, what is in your consciousness? That is our life. It is not that which is outside our body, that is life. No, which is inside. It is inside our consciousness. That is our life. So how come we are devaluing our life? Let me explain it. Just a small exercise. If you ponder on what mostly lies in your consciousness, then it will reveal that a lot of bad thoughts and the nature of exploiting others and selfishness, lust, anger, greed, everything we have in our consciousness. We feed our consciousness with everything that we crave for. We want enjoyment. So we do everything and we keep garbage in, and what comes out is also a garbage. And if you connect our mind to some TV or something that displays, then you will understand how horrible our consciousness is. Similarly, Arjuna also, before he is going to fight, he fed his consciousness with all the confusion, lamentation, distress, everything. So he said that, I will not fight. Oh Krishna, I will not fight. And he left his bow. Then Krishna gave him wisdom, which enlightened him and helped him to value his consciousness. What to keep in the consciousness? The most worthy thing to keep in the consciousness is this wisdom and the eternal purpose, what Krishna explains later on. So by understanding that and keeping it in the consciousness, Arjuna valued consciousness. He protected it and he valued his consciousness. Similarly, to value our life, we need to value our consciousness. Just not keeping everything that we have outside into our consciousness. We are not protecting it from the lust, anger, greed, bad emotions. That is it from my side. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later in the next video explaining the lessons of chapter 2. Hare Krishna.